And with
Yes.
that, any questions, anything else before we get started?
What is a man?
Uh, Something about secrets. Like I think like I'm guessing we would find out at the end of a castle, like some sort of castle where that just pops up every 1,000 years, and is in dead cells for some
Full of
reason.
secrets. That's what a man is, GX.
Cool.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Sonic Talk Podcast. I am your host, Knuckles87, and with me today, as usual, are my cohorts, Shigs and GX. And
Bonjour.
uh, if we're not counting that last special episode that we did, that was just for me. This is episode 137.
So what power does Mega Man get when he absorbs egg pawn?
I guess he just becomes stupid. He
The
loses
ability
the
to become
ability to
useless.
talk.
No, not when I play
He
him.
he becomes a pawn of Eggman is what happens.
Yeah, but even the egg pawns aren't particularly that interested in serving him.
Yeah, like I don't know, they seem to do a decent enough job. They try to kill you and stuff.
They try. They certainly they are the most mass produced units. I believe is the uh, is the statement of continuity.
Omega calls them mass-produced consumer models.
I'm just looking forward to the fact that
I thought he calls them worthless consumer models.
Okay, worthless consumer models, and mass-produced fodder is the other one.
the part the
There we
part
go.
the part I'm most interested in is so Rush is a car in this, and you know what you can do with cars in this game. You can
You-
swap the parts.
oh God.
There's an important question afoot of what vehicle class is Rush, and what parts can I swap him with? Will he be a handling vehicle, and can I make him half Krabby Patty?
I mean, I really hope so because that was my first thought was making him half Krabby Patty.
Indeed. So yeah, they announced Mega Man.
Yes. Um. Shigs, were you gonna talk about your what's the word?
His terrible
Your the
game.
Bubsy. Yes, the Bubsy collection.
Oh yes, I can talk about that for a second. Yeah. So Atari and Digital Eclipse put out the Bubsy collection because Atari bought the rights to some of Accolade's properties, including Bubsy. And
What could possibly go wrong?
oh god, yes, that's the catchphrase. That's the catchphrase everybody knows.
I mean the answer to that is limited run games. That's what could go wrong.
Yeah, I believe they had their hands in this as well.
Oh, they did. They
Um,
very much did.
So the good news is they did make several improvements on the game. It's a nice little. It's not like Atari Museum per se, but it's a nice little library setup where you got the Genesis and Super NES versions of Bubsy One and Bubsy Two. The
I
Game
do
Boy
appreciate you
version
get
of
both.
Bubsy Two, if you really want to torture yourself. Um, let me see what else. There was a
Fractured Fairy Tales on the
Fractured
Atari Jaguar.
Fairy Tales on the Atari Jaguar was an actual thing that came out, and finally Bubsy 3D and Bubsy 3D. I forget what it's called, but they
Refurbished?
refurbished, yes, where they worked a bit on it to give it better camera controls and analog controls, kind of. and it helps a lot when you're playing the main platforming, but not much help with the bosses because the bosses are terrible. At least the first one is the one I can't get past.
Yeah,
So
guess I have to try harder.
yeah. So basically, these games were famous and infamous back in the day. They're the Venom movies of of the ages in which people like them, despite the fact that some people like them, despite the
What?
fact that they
No,
are
but
horrible.
First one was
They
pretty
had for some reason
acclaimed.
they had appeal enough that they stuck around. One thing, another part of the game, things I forgot to mention is they have included the Japanese version of Bubsy 1 for the Super Nintendo and the Super Famicom,
it
which had
like
which has him with a Japanese voice.
the
Eh.
legacy of Bubsy, and the reason why Bubsy has the reputation it does is just because it's absurdly it's difficult in very weird ways. Like early Bubsy was just a one-hit game. You took one damage and you died unless you got some sort of protective whatever.
Right, and
And
Bubsy 2, it's got kind of a life bar in that
but
you still got your 9 lives, but every time you get hit, that's 1 life down.
But most notably, it was a platformer that has fall damage, and it has very unforgiving fall damage. The only way to circumvent it is that you have to initiate, like, a glide, which basically means anytime you're doing any meaningful jumping in the game, you basically always have to jump and glide. And his glide is very floaty and weird. It has it has a reasonable amount of momentum to it. And there's just a lot of crap all over the screen all the time.
Yes. No, and plus you do not know what's the foreground and what's the background that you can jump on.
Yeah, like,
Plus, they want him to run like Sonic, despite having enemies that can damage him and kill him with 1 hit. It's particularly, like I said, in the first one.
yeah. Bubsy is absolutely not the worst mascot platformer of the era. Like, there's ones that are more difficult, more unforgiving, less quality. Like, there's stuff that, like, Plock does that is miserable. There's stuff that Arrow the Acrobat does that's pretty unforgivable in its design. And Bubsy, I think, has kind of stuck around in its reputation in part because on top of all of that, he has the Gex issue where he just doesn't stop. Like, he has voice lines. He has a
Oh my god.
yeah.
Bubsy 3D, it's the absolute worst, especially with the first level where he's constantly talking to tell you what's going on with the game. And
Yeah.
it's really the developers were nice enough to put these arrows in so you could go this way. Isn't that clever? He's got the most horrible voice in Bubsy 3D. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
You know, that's the same voice actress as Rouge.
I watched the Giant Bomb playthrough of this back whenever they first started doing a bad game show. And
I think Bubsy 1 and 2, it was Paul Rubinson, or the guy who does Yakka was the voice of Bubsy in those.
But
there's also a Meowseum, which you can check out advertisements, the box art, design documents. Check out a small amount of merchandise that was available for Bubsy, and a list of videos including interviews with the Bubsy designers and Bubsy press preview build, 3D press preview build, and a pilot for the cartoon, which for some reason is in chunks. It's in 4 different chunks.
Oh, I can tell you why. Like the pilot for the cartoon, actually exists in the PC version of Bubsy. Super Bubsy for the PC. It was like, if you get so far in the game, you get an amount of the cartoon. So I don't know if that's where they're pulling it from, but I know that's where one of the places it exists in.
It existed anywhere other than YouTube. Huh.
Oh god, so the worst thing I've encountered so far was in Bubsy 3D, even with their refurbished edition. which is the first boss. It doesn't track where he is. It's one of those woolly characters. He's on a UFO circling around you while you're on a big platform. So you're constantly having to twist your camera to view him, and it kept like shooting this pile of acid at you, and you keep having to dodge the acid. But for the longest time, I didn't know how to reach him, and I kept getting hit because it's almost impossible to dodge. So I had to look it up on YouTube, and the way you reach him is to jump and glide over the pit of acid, which looks like puke for some reason. And then you can possibly reach him if you're in the right direction to bop him with one hit. But at the same time, if you don't do it right away, he will shoot another thing of acid while you're floating and hit you while you're floating on your way to him. And it's the most frustrating thing I've ever played on this game. The Bubsy 3D is an absolute mess. I don't know how they even released the original version because it's absolutely unplayable.
So what I'm hearing is a recommend.
So
I'm hearing if you're curious on the history of Bubsy. I mean, I went in this knowing they weren't very good, these games, and I just had a morbid curiosity, and I'm interested in the history, and I don't think it's too much to purchase. Was it $19.99 or $20.99? $29.99.
I don't know if it's $29.99. You could get Hades.
Yeah, I forget exactly how much it is, but I mean, if you're someone who's kind of like a video game historian, just kind of wants that in your collection in some way, then yeah, I mean, go for it.
It's $20.
If you're looking for it's how much?
$20.
Okay, yeah. That's not a bad price for something if you want in your collection and you know what you're getting into to begin with.
That's still $30 too expensive.
So you want to be given $10 and the game?
We would still have to negotiate. Like,
how about $30 in the game?
To be fair, Hades right now is $6.24 on sale, so that's probably what you'd want to go with first.
You should probably get Hades or Hades 2.
What's funny is
tomorrow.
I listen to the podcast. I listen to the Atari podcast sometimes, and they had the people on who were in charge of making this game collection, and they're like, yeah, I mean, we did our best we can with Bubsy 3D, but it's still pretty terrible, just to let you know.
Look, this project is a bad idea, and we told them it was a bad idea, and we told them that we should not be doing this, but they insisted that we do this. In fact, they encouraged us to complain on this podcast about how bad of an idea about this it is.
Yeah, they're basically warning you while the podcast is playing, while they're trying to sell you on the game. They're warning you, yeah, these aren't the best games. But I mean, if you're like somebody who likes the Venom movies and just wants to laugh at something bad, or you might be the kind of person who enjoys bad games or wants to make their own angry video game nerd
I don't think
videos, and here you go.
I don't think he actually did Bubsy. Did he do? He must have done 3D.
I would be shocked if he didn't.
I imagine if he did any, it was 3D, but.
So from what I can gather from this, the analog controls don't help that much.
Well, the game
yeah,
just
it's digital control with an analog stick, basically.
Oh no, there's an analog version in there. It's called Bubsy 3D refurbished. They added analog control. I thought they
just because the original 3D was only on a D-pad.
The original 3D was on tank controls.
Yeah.
But no, for this they added analog control.
It is a little bit better controlling, a little bit better, more quality of life improvements over the original, especially that you can control the camera and know where you're jumping to.
So this is the part where we find out that Shigs didn't actually play any of these games, because of course he did, because why would anybody?
So it's weird though, because it has the ability when you're jumping onto a floating platform, he might grab the platform and pull himself up, and that's fine. And one thing I'll say about the games that I wish more 16-bit games did is that when you defeat an enemy, even if you die, that enemy stays dead, which is kind of nice. Also, I should mention there is save states and rewind. So if you get hit, you can rewind back, keep going. So the games, of course, are easier to play. But one of the things that I find odd is, you can grab yourself and pull yourself on a platform. But then if you're too close to the ledge, suddenly he just stops, and I could move him a little bit, but it ends up it's a falling animation because I got a little too close to the edge of the platform. Even though I could jump onto it with him grabbing the ledge, but he can't grab the ledge while he's on the platform for some reason. It's just weird.
So, anything else to say about this collection?
If you're interested in good platforming, don't buy it. If you're interested
All
in
right.
If you're interested in good
Bubsy
platforming,
fan for
might I
some-
recommend the Mega Man series?
Yes. I don't know. Mega Man's fine. You know, I played those games.
I enjoy the Mega Man series. It's a pain in the butt, but I enjoy it.
But you enjoy do you enjoy Battle and Chase?
I have actually never played Battle and Chase. I don't. They have not released it on any recent collections, and we probably are due eventually for some sort of Mega Man spin-off collection that they can put out alongside, I don't know, the Mega Man Legends games.
I mean, you might as well. Like that'd be like Legends 1, Legends 2, and Tron Bonne.
Well,
So.
it's like those are the only ones that don't have something out, because you figure it's the Legends game, and then they release the arcade games as part of the Capcom arcade packs, and there's Mega Man Soccer that we don't currently have access to, and Mega Man Battle and Chase that we don't currently have access to. And I guess you could probably throw the arcade games on another collection, because sure, why not?
But anyway, so Mega Man is coming to Sonic Racing CrossWorlds as the final addition to the season pass.
So, yes and no. It will not be the final addition to the season.
The final
pass.
announced edition. I mean, there we go. And like technically, like even though it officially got announced today, it's kind of old news now.
Yeah.
Because this originally got leaked in in the physical editions that, of course, people got their hands on early. And they had a slip of paper with all of the digital deluxe content inside, encouraging people to buy it, including Mega Man. And it's like, I mean, at that point, it's like, you know, you knew this was going to happen, and you did this anyway. Like, you didn't have to wait until the day before.
I mean,
but you chose to.
It probably doesn't legitimately hurt them that much.
I don't think it hurts them at all. And it gave Sonic Stadium a nice little scoop.
Sure. So the way that they've kind of so what this includes is you get Mega Man, you get Proto Man, and you get the Rush Roadster, which I don't know if it's officially called that in the game, but it is what it is called in Mega Man Battle and Chase, which is what the design is entirely based on. Like that is the version of Rush that is from, that they just, copied it. So yeah, it's neat. It's cool. Rush has eyelids that work, so it is actual Rush and not just like a static model that kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
I look forward to mixing and matching that with other car parts. That will be interesting.
Shigs, any thoughts on this? You're being pretty silent.
That's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to that one in particular. It's a shame it's going to be like in the kind of second half of 2026 or at least spring.
I think it's scheduled for Q2 2026, so that would be
Oh, that's not too
around
far.
spring.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
probably in that case. It's probably right after Pac-Man.
Yeah, we actually got a DLC roadmap.
yeah,
I
and surprisingly, based on the fact that they announced Turtles and Avatar and the way that those two things were positioned in their original infographic, kind of suggested that you would be getting Turtles and Avatar before Pac-Man, but no, it looks like the way that they're doing it is it's gonna go Minecraft, SpongeBob, Pac-Man, Mega Man, Turtles, and then Avatar.
and we know Pac-Man's in January.
Right. And Pac-Man's in January. SpongeBob, I think they are leaning towards November, estimated based on what the in-game text says. And Minecraft, I believe, should be next month.
Yep. Well, next month we'll be getting Minecraft and Joker.
I think that's maybe the more disappointing aspect of it is that it's gonna be a while until we get new tracks after that. I guess.
Yeah.
Because the trick. To briefly give an opinion, the tracks in CrossWorlds are very good. They're very good.
I'm really looking forward I'm really looking forward to the third party ones too, because from what I've gathered from how they've talked about them and announced them and the leaks and stuff, it sounds like each third party track has its own cross world, so it's not like a situation where you can get to choose and stuff.
Oh,
But
you don't think that it would mix in with the other stuff?
I don't know, like from how the leaks described the cross worlds, it sounds like the cross worlds do tie into the main track in some way. So I don't know.
Okay,
Like maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
I have been made aware of some of the files in the back end of this game here and there, and that's interesting because what I was seeing was for the soundtracks, the Minecraft soundtrack data is already in the game, and I couldn't quite figure out the differentiation between some of them and other parts. Like, some of them kind of looked like an overworld label for the soundtrack, and other ones
Yeah.
pointed to some alternate version. I'm guessing the alternate version then would be the CrossWorld.
Yeah, I would think so.
Interesting.
Well, we'll know pretty soon since we're getting our first one uh next month.
But yeah, Mega Man looks good. It is. I've already heard some comparisons to the Smash Brothers, and I think the thing worth highlighting is this Mega Man is proportioned like his later iterations and the official art for Mega Man, whereas Smash Brothers Mega Man, it's worth highlighting, is very much proportioned around his NES version. Is like
Yes,
in-game NES sprite. He's just like little and squat and holds his arms out like it's an NES game. So if you're wondering why the Smash Brothers one looks like that, it's because it looks like the NES Mega Man.
And I do think that the DLC looks really cool, and of course we are yet again getting Wily Castle and the Yellow Devil.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like that's the part I'm probably excited for most. Is number one, I'm very excited to get more cars. Number two, I'm very excited to get more tracks, and I guess new characters is nice too.
I'm excited to stick Sonic in a rush car and hopefully make his back half either like a burger or a motobug or something. I don't know.
You're not excited to put Tails in the Rush car?
uh, I mean, I guess it's a dog riding a dog. I guess that's something.
Such high energy this episode.
I'm tired, man.
You don't
So if they're
say.
use the stereo, which ones are the woofers?
Okay, we're kicking Shigs from the call.
Shigs, if you're gonna say stuff like that, you have to contribute more to the rest of the conversation.
I've been listening to the conversation.
Well, that's not the only thing that's being contributed, though.
Oh, what else? What else is being contributed? Is this
Sonic Team's making further contributions to the roster?
Oh yes. So I know that we this came out. I think the day of our last podcast, but yes, Nights into Dreams has now unofficially been confirmed for the game because they're on the back of those physical copies that got shipped out. They're on the back of the box of that. So she's definitely in there.
There's also a very we'll say there is a in one of the crosstalk episodes where they show off some of the boards and stuff. One of the boards is very inspired by Nights into Dreams. Specifically his experience, specifically Nights' guest appearances in the Sonic Riders series. So good chance that whenever we get Nights in, Nights is going to come with a new board specifically.
And we also got II's Banana Car.
We're looking at II's Banana Car. II hasn't been revealed in any leak or official manner aside from the car. But
And we could technically just get the Banana Car for some reason, but I'm pretty sure we're getting II.
It would be funny if we just got the Banana Car, or it would be very funny if the Banana Car came with the Avatar pack. That would be the most funny thing.
Russia's back half a banana.
Why did Beat from Jet Set Radio come with a Banana Car? It's the strangest choice.
I'm certain that Jet, if we get Beat, we're
secretly
getting
a Donkey Kong appearance, but they haven't told you yet.
We're getting extreme gear with Beat if we're getting Beat. That's gonna be cool.
Maybe. Beat had cars based on the previous racing games.
True, but the previous racing game, Nikes was a car.
And he probably should have still been a car. It's a massive disappointment that they decided to release him as a character and not as a car, because we all know that's his best. That is his best formation, of course.
No, Nikes' best formation is when they're just Nikes.
No, Knight's best formation. Don't you remember Journey of Dreams? Whenever Knights turned into the roller coaster, everyone loves that. It's what everyone remembers it from.
No, we all remember everything else. That was just a fun side thing.
You remember the children walking very slowly through a jagged 3D environment.
But I am surprised that they have still not announced Nikes, even though the game comes out tomorrow.
I mean, they're certainly doling out small announcements. The crossover stuff is important because that's the stuff they're trying to actually sell you on. The other stuff, it's nice to have, and if it gets out, it gets out, but those are going to be free updates, and you're being more broadly sold on the concept of the free update. They already announced the 3 that, I'm sorry, Sega fans, but I'm going to say this explicitly. They announced the 3 that actually matter. From the franchises that actually matter to Sega, which is to say, they announced Tatsune Miku, they announced Like a Dragon, and they announced the third one. Why is it slipping on my head? What is the third one that they announced? Oh, Persona. Persona, obviously Persona. Why couldn't I remember Persona?
One of these days, Sega fans are going to burn you alive, GX.
Sega fans are factually wrong, and I have the math to frickin' back it up. Sega releases.
No, they aren't.
Sega releases the math every quarter. I'm the one who reads the math. They are factually wrong as to what is important to Sega's business.
They're going to give a new meaning to shoot the messenger, GX.
Look, if you want to argue that everyone's going to play the new Crazy Taxi more so than play the new Persona, I'm going to say that you are high.
The only one who's going to do that is me.
In any case, like, at least, like, I don't know, I didn't post a little teaser on the
box,
on Twitter or something.
On the box that'll be out tomorrow.
Give me some kind of official announcement, Sega. Come on.
They don't. They have. It's on the box. That's the official announcement.
Doesn't count. You shut up.
Hey, what's more official than on the box they're selling? Much in the same way that Mega Man was an official announcement.
Well, that at least got like
much in the same way that Sonic Rumble got an official announcement in the box.
Anyway, so Sonic Racing CrossWorlds ONT/CNT racked up 1 million downloads, and had 10 million races.
So that means that everyone who played exactly 10 races. Exactly 10.
Yeah, guess.
That's how the math works.
Yes, GX, that is how the math works.
That's how the math works.
So Sega also released a funny little used car salesman King Donny ad. I don't know. I know you saw GX.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't stop releasing. There's like 50,000 ads that they've released for this thing. They have spent so goddamn much on advertising on this in like every possible aspect.
They advertised it on a robot.
But the King Donny stuff was great. Like it's the level of local TV stupidity that you would expect from a frickin' Tim and Eric sketch. Like it's that good and that dopey and that ridiculous.
And it features Roger Craig Smith.
Is that legit him?
Yes, apparently.
Oh, okay, cool. I had suspicions.
I did not know that.
But there's so much stuff going on around him that it's like I don't know, I didn't recognize it. Fascinating.
But yeah, this game's marketing campaign has been probably the best they've done, in my opinion.
Well, not entirely.
What Sonic game has had better marketing in recent memory than this?
That's a good question. Remember that time Sonic went to Hooters?
No. What game was that?
I think it was for Frontiers or something. Like what? Or
no.
No, that was Forces. That was Forces, right?
Yeah, Sonic Forces, exactly.
You had your roommate draw art for that one.
Oh my god! Right. Yeah, I that completely slipped my mind.
No, I mean, they have certainly made a lot of things. I guess there's some choices in there that are like weird and kind of off-putting to me. I love
their old their callback to their old Sega Genesis ad.
I think that thing was garbage.
No, you just don't have a sense of humor, GX. That was awesome.
Like the crux of that ad was Sega pitching a a technical concept that they never even used. That they gave no the entire crux of that ad is the concept of blast processing. Is like, we have blast processing. Nintendo doesn't have blast. Like, no, you don't have blast processing. Blast processing might be a thing, but it's not the thing that any of your games use. Like, this is a freaking lie in advertising.
It was just how they marketed their faster CPU, which
You're still upset
No,
about that?
No, that's not what blast processing is. Blast processing is an actual technical thing. Blast processing was the idea that you can effectively create a picture on the screen with more colors than would normally be allowed through the CPU by effectively, I believe, just like shoving graphics at the CPU, or shoving graphics like at the CPU or at the storage level in order to kind of overwrite certain pixels. And it is an actual thing that it could do. They had never used it in any retail game, but it was stated in a It was stated in a meeting, and the market was like, "Oh, I really like that word. We got to say that we have blast processing."
Well, in terms of the marketing, it was just advertising the faster CPU, which is why they advertise it with fast games. I'm aware of that trick. That was like a trick that what's the word? Telltale wanted to use, but they couldn't get working on all of their on like all
Traveler's
televisions,
Tales.
whatever.
Traveler's Tales.
Yeah, Traveler's Tales.
Yeah.
But you would need to like go through a setup first to like get the colors right.
Yeah,
And
like
so,
I said,
it wouldn't have worked. But regardless,
used in
like
any
from a
retail
marketing
game.
perspective, it was just we have fast CPU.
Look,
We have fast games.
Look, the real.
But in any case,
the real answer.
The actual commercial for CrossWorlds was very funny.
There's no circumstance where I am going to support frickin' console wars BS. Like, it was stupid in the 90s.
This is not console wars BS, though. It's not console wars.
It is. It freaking is.
Console wars stuff here.
It's pandering.
You're saying you can have our kart racer or the other kart racer.
It's freaking pandering. It's freaking pandering to the idiots who are still like, oh, Sega versus Nintendo. Oh, we gotta have the Sega versus Nintendo fight. Like,
you have got to lighten up a little, I swear.
No, this is stupid.
It's just a fun little callback. That's all it is.
It's
nostalgia bait.
No.
Jigs, I feel like we've been talking over you. What have you been trying to say?
I said it's just a little throwback to those advertisements back then. It's just a little nostalgia bait. That's all.
Really? Do you? Oh yeah. And we look at how Sonic fans took it, and they really took it as like a fun little nostalgic throwback. No, they took it as
they posted our.
Oh my god! You got a cartoon voice right there.
Yeah.
You started sounding like SpongeBob for a second.
Nostalgic
throwback.
Like Sonic fans can't be trusted with this stuff. They don't have the kind of sense of humor to appreciate.
Fans can be trusted with this stuff. I don't care. I don't care how large your fandoms act. For me, this is funny. And for the people I saw, it was funny. So it was enjoyable.
I found it deeply embarrassing. I have to be I have to live in other communities where I am the Sonic person, and this is the stuff that comes up, and I just look at it, and I look at the stuff in the ways that Sonic fans are like looking at Genshin Impact at the Game Awards and absolutely insist that some sort of, but that's the issue I continue to have with this freaking Sonic fan competition, is that Sonic fans seem to insist that, like, no, everyone needs to recognize exactly how much we love this. You need to know how much we love Sonic, and it's not funny and it's serious.
Did the people at the Nintendo Discord server bully you, GX?
No.
Is that what this is?
No, I cut it off by saying, I just put, like, it's an embarrassment. I look at it and it's an embarrassment. This
Yeah,
is not
it's
something
fine.
this is not
This is a perfectly fine throwback ad.
this is not an aspect of Sega's history that needs to be celebrated. Much in the same way that
Neither
Nintendo
does
and
the Virtual Boy, but we're getting that too.
yeah, no, we probably shouldn't be getting the Virtual Boy. We should probably not ever get
Next.
any advertisements with the giant stupid Crash Bandicoot suit either. Like, there's things that are just embarrassing in history that we don't need to celebrate because they were stupid and built on just the illusion of brand loyalty.
Well, that is just no fun. And frankly, I'm very happy that the Virtual Boy is coming to Switch.
I also am too very excited that we're going to get a bunch of plastic that will go in a landfill someday when people realize there are 14 games for this $100 shell. Thank Christ there's a cardboard version.
I mean, I'm just getting the $25 cardboard
version. Trust me. I've had a Virtual Boy. I had the whole library at one time. The only relaxing way to play it without stringing your neck is to lie on your back and rest the entire machine on your face.
I still have
the cardboard version.
I still have a Virtual Boy. It's got some fun games on it. I do think it is a shame that Nintendo wasn't just letting it be playable in 2D, though.
So hey, everyone listening at home, when you buy your Virtual Boy shell and get the subscription, remember that Knuckles is the one that said that it had fun games on it.
It does have fun games on it, goddammit.
And make sure you bring that...
Vertical Force, and Mario Clash, Wario World.
And make sure that you use that to calibrate everything that he says going forward. It didn't take me long to learn this as I worked with him, but I did learn it pretty quickly.
That is a very mean thing to say. I'm looking forward to people learning that it is the most Virtual Boy isn't utter
good
garbage.
Titles on there. Not like a lot of great titles, but there's some decent titles. The Wario game is actually good.
Oh, it's probably one of the most hurtful things I've ever said to you.
You are very mean. But in any case, so I wasn't expecting it to get that heated for that lovely CrossWorlds ad. Damn.
Look, the console wars were stupid, and
console wars were fun. Shut up.
The console wars were not fun.
It is not. It's a silly ad. It's not important to go into like a 10-minute diatribe over this unimportant silly ad.
But in any case, Sonic CrossWorlds has an ending song, which I got to discover this like firsthand. I didn't
even know about it until I got to the credits, and I'm like, what is this Japanese song coming from?
So when I got my review copy, one of the things I did was after I played some GPs, I went into the jukebox and I went through it a bit, and eventually I uncovered this thing that was these two songs. Well, there's one song, but two versions of it from this band called Crazy Nuts. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, it's a weird name. It's J-pop.
Oh, it's a Japanese rap group.
Yeah, they're a rap. It didn't sound like rap. Well, whatever. It sounded like J-pop to me. But in any case, I did tell you all on the Discord, hey, there's this music on here from this band called Crazy Nuts. And then when I finally get around to beating the game, unlocking Secret GP, I get the credits, and it starts playing the second half of that. I'm like, wait, that's why this is here? It's the credit song? Damn. And it is unusual for as far as Sonic music goes.
I guess they got a Japanese language track in it for the Japan focused development team got a Japanese language track in for once, because any other time it's all English language tracks.
Well, there's this, and then there's the Hatsune Miku songs. Yeah. Although this song actually got us a little copyright ding. over on our YouTube where it got blocked in certain countries. I'm not sure what those countries are,
Yeah,
but
usually Sonic songs aren't any issue as far as copyright goes.
yeah, but I guess they actually licensed this music from a third-party company for once.
Ah,
It's like so what was that license song that they got for Frontiers?
Uh, it was also a Japanese song.
Yeah.
Had like a very explicit version.
But I don't think that
Uh,
actually made it into the game, did it? It was
I
just sort of
think
vaguely
yeah, but this is
associated.
what's interesting is this one was Japanese. It wasn't just Japanese with
Oh yeah,
English dialogue.
yeah, sure, yeah. But I mean that's not too surprising. Like, well, it's surprising that it's there, if only because of
Vandalize.
precedent.
Surprising because I think this is the first Sonic song I can remember that's just in
So
Japanese.
Vandalize
Right?
is the second ending theme in easy and normal mode in Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, I probably never
Okay,
heard it then.
because you played the hard mode with with the shooter
Oh
endings.
yeah, I just went straight to that. So weird. So it is in game. Interesting. Interesting.
Yes. Again, I'm assuming the non-explicit version.
I I have no clue. I would assume if it was submitted to the ESRB, then probably the non-explicit version.
But anyway, so that is all of the CrossWorlds news. Which means that we can now move into impressions, which I've technically already talked about this game to death.
Yeah, you had a whole Q&A on Sunday.
Yep.
And I was not a part of it all. But yeah, I listened to some of it. It's pretty good.
So I guess I should let y'all take the lead on this.
Sure. Hey, I had a lot of hesitance in the pre-release time. I had a lot, especially hearing about the feel of the driving very early on. I still had a bit of hesitance in the open network test. Actually getting to have hands-on with the full version of the game and the actual extent of the content. Yeah, it's real good. It's real good.
Hmm.
It's impressively good. The amount of stuff that they cram in and the degree of how satisfying the racing feels is actually legitimately quite impressive. I still think I like the feel of the Sumo Digital games more, but by and large, like, this is really, really solid. They made a very impressive, very fully featured game.
So this sounds like a improvement over your feelings from the ONT.
Yeah. Like, well, it's certainly I would say an evolution of them. Like, the 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 open network test had an issue where a lot of the stages that you could experience were all part of the online. And I played some of the online. I had some fun with the online, but number one, the online had a lot of network issues.
Yeah.
And the single player stuff they did offer was the very first the very first Grand Prix, which, it gave me a taste of it, but there's only so much I can extrapolate from that. And, like, there are decent stages, but also when I can play a stage like more than once, it does become easier to kind of figure out, like, okay, what is this stage doing? What is interesting about this stage? What are the various pathways? And there's definitely more to this than I think I could have gotten from the network test.
Certainly, it's like one thing that I've discovered from my just repeated playthroughs of all the different tracks is all of the secrets and shortcuts and stuff that you can find in here. And it's like, how Radical Highway just has this whole path on its suspension cables that you can take if you are skilled enough to get onto it.
I haven't been able to get through the secret path in North Star. There's a path behind the colorful blocks, and I've seen it once, and I didn't get enough jump to actually survive it. But I want to know what's on that path. I want to know.
There's a path to get a red star ring in a construction area that I cannot find whatsoever. I see it on the left.
I think you just have to like get your car up onto the rocks to get to that, but I haven't tried yet.
Trying to take
And that's
different types of shortcuts that didn't help.
I think that's just what sells the game on me most is that I think their tracks are really, really good. I think their tracks are really impressive. Like, the track design itself is really solid. The amount of control that you have in getting around them is really good. And, like, they're so vivid and crazy and have so much personality and detail in them that it's really impressive. They're really good tracks, and that's why I'm excited. Like, you could complain about, like, why would they pick SpongeBob? Why would they pick Minecraft? I don't want those. But their actual thing is like, no, I want to see what they do with Minecraft. I want to see what they do with SpongeBob because they have so much
I'm looking
stuff
forward to
in them.
Minecraft more than SpongeBob by a wide margin, probably.
I mean, I've seen the preview of the SpongeBob stuff. The SpongeBob stuff looks real good.
My nephews are going to lose their minds because they love Sonic, they love SpongeBob, and they absolutely love Minecraft. So this is going to be a huge win-win for them.
I don't know, because Minecraft's setting just looks more interesting to me.
Sure.
What a difference 8 months makes, though, because, man, this was in poor shape back in February.
Well, back in February, we didn't get we didn't get any of the later courses, which I think this is a game.
The proper items, I think, also, because
I think this is a game where the tracks get a lot better as you go.
So there's
and the bumping was a lot worse. Plus the way the items were laid out was poor too. When you're behind here, you're getting aggressive items to shoot you forward. Where if you're ahead of everybody, or at least in second or first place, you're getting like the spiked ball and the bombs and everything, and the ability to keep everybody back. So it's way better balanced for now than it was back then.
Now we have a lot more defensive options in the game.
Yes, exactly. It's way more defensive options.
I get the shield a lot more now than I used to. The tornado, which I don't know if it defended against things before, but now it's like, you can use that to take out most items that will come at you. And on top of that, you've got a boost that will make you invincible for a time.
Mm-hmm. And I think the tornado can even pick up some items if you get hit by them or run into them, depending on their state. It's a neat idea.
Huh. I don't think I've used that yet.
What I also like is they make sure that there's rewards for everything you're trying in the game, whether it's online, Grand Prix, their racing park, or even time trial. You're unlocking albums in time trial.
I was really surprised when.
So it encourages you to try everything and to keep going.
I was really surprised when I discovered that even Race Park had a progression system, because that was just like their custom multiplayer mode, like what Smash does. And normally those don't give you anything, but here it's like, oh, hey, you can have rivals that you can turn off, but if you beat the rivals, you get their cars. And apparently if you beat them twice, you get like another car or something. It's like, so there's just a lot of stuff you can unlock in this game.
More cars. Yeah, like I maybe if I do have a complaint, and this is such a minor nitpick, I kind of wish they either threw more money at you, or that things were cheaper. because
yeah,
it does feel like there's some. And that might be playing into, like, no, we want people to play this as long as possible, or we want people to be constantly playing online. But there's a lot of car parts where it's like, I might have to play 2 Grand Prix in order to have enough Dumpa tickets to get half of a car.
Of course, you can kind of get more tickets if you're able to master getting the red star rings, if you're able to take out
Yeah, the red star ring
more advanced
hunting.
rivals.
Yeah, the red star ring hunting in the game is like it's only going to get you so far, but like it's 100 tickets if you get all of them, and that's like half a part.
Oh, and that is technically only the like more expensive parks, because the cheaper ones they can like go for as cheap as like 10 or 20
Yeah,
tickets.
I need to spend time going back and just focusing on getting the red star. It's just the issue of like I think you can only get the red star rings during a Grand Prix, which
Yeah, that is true.
which means I'm kind of focused on other things during the Grand Prix, and I'm not exactly super inclined to replay the stage again in a Grand Prix as opposed to in the race park.
There was this one red star ring I kept missing in Chow Park, and finally I was all like, "Man, I want this thing, so I'm just gonna like slam my car into the wall." And I did that, and I still managed to win, thankfully. But it was just like I really had to just
Well, here's
turn
the
into
thing
that to
I
get
found
that
out.
thing.
If you get a red ring and you quit the match, that'll still count as you having that red ring.
But will
Do
you
they
get
give
the
you the
tickets?
immediate rewards?
They give you the Donpa
Oh, okay.
money. Yes,
I
Huh.
have not experienced
right.
that.
But yeah, but between the car parts and the friendship stuff, you do got to spend a lot of tickets
I
on
I
things.
Is all the friendship stuff just the titles? Is that it?
No, so friendship, the friendship gets you that's how you get the titles, the stickers, the decals, and also it's how you unlock the alternate skins for each character. So like each character has an alternate cyber skin that it's those racers that you encounter in Race Park. You can just race as them once you unlock them.
Or if you're Sage, she gets her red version of her.
Well, yeah, but
You
she
can
also has a
win the
cyber
race.
skin as well.
Yeah.
I
So I
What
think
was I
she's the
going to
one that
say
has the
now?
most at the moment.
But yeah, this game. So this game does not have. And this was brought up elsewhere. This game does not have a campaign per se, but I don't feel like
Doesn't really need
I.
one.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm starved for content for it. Like
This
that's
is
kind
kind
of
of like how I am with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where it's like, hey, you know what? This has
Right.
enough Grand Prix that I do feel like I'm getting my money's worth here. And
well,
then it's like, eventually we got some of the downloadable content.
even then, I would still criticize Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World for not really having a good. I I still like its online experience a bit more, but by and large, I I have always appreciated that the sumo games had like significant single player content. There's a lot of stuff to do in here that is effectively just single player content, and it's good stuff. It's interesting modes that have rewards and special things attached to them. Like the smartest thing that I think this game does above all of its other choices, I think the rival system is so good.
Yes, the
Oh,
rival
I love it.
system,
I
it's
love
like
it.
it adds this whole other dimension to the difficulty.
Because it lets you focus on one racer that you just want to beat over everybody else.
Yeah, you want to get that guy. Like, screw that
Yeah.
guy specifically. It does,
Like,
like,
this is something I've
Exactly.
been praising ever since I experienced it at Summer Game Fest, but it really does add an important element to the Grand Prix that a lot of other racers kind of lack.
well, and
And
most other racers still have it. It's just that they don't point it out. Like, they don't make it as explicit that, like, this is going to be the most challenging character. And the thing that this one adds is the narrative aspects to it. Like, the characters that are your rivals, they have special vocalizations, special interactions even whenever they're on the track, like if you hit them with an item, then the character will say something about that. When you pass them or
like,
they pass
hey,
you, they specifically
this
highlight
is
that.
impossible. How could he be doing this?
And Sage is always talking about you define the odds.
When Sage is your rival, as Eggman, and you hit her with an item and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy loves you." It's
Or
fantastic.
Charmy's going against Sage, and he's like, "Oh boy, another little kid to play with." And she's like, "Is this some kind of radical strategy you're coming up with?"
Oh,
Psychological warfare.
everyone
Tactical,
has strong
psychological warfare.
everyone has strong feelings about Charmy. Zavik's just angry that it's like, why am I up against a child? And because it's Patrick Seitz talking in his freaking Zio or Dio voice from JoJo for Zavik, it's that much funnier. Just him talking about having to fight a child.
Yeah, I have released collections of all of the rival interactions now, and there are some gold mines in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's pretty much how you're only going to be able to, witness every single one unless you're playing, Grand Prix like mad.
yeah.
There's so many interactions. There's so many voice clips done for this.
Oh yeah. So we
I mean, well, I will say between this and the ads, I've gotten a better appreciation for Jet. I like Jet a lot more after this than I did before.
Jet's
Jet is
different
awesome.
now than he was. Like, they did not write Jet like this in the past games. Like, they simply did not. But
Now it's like Jack's a jerk, Jack's a loser. He's just such a funny character now. I really appreciate that.
They got kind of an old school way of talking though too, because I had him versus Storm, and he's like, "Hey, we're on the same team, you big palooka. What are you doing?"
but yeah, like we have our criticisms of Ian Flynn. And Ian Flynn's impulse to shove unnecessary references into
That is not one of my criticisms of Ian Flynn, but that is
one of my criticisms of Ian Flynn. But this is the venue where you actually have that, and you play into that, and you lean hard into that, and this is where I want to see it happen. And
they have an OVA reference in this.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, when you got like 100+ interactions like that, then sure, have one of them be an OVA reference. Is it stupid and dorky? Yes. Is it any less stupid or dorky than any other one of them? No, it absolutely isn't. That's what I'm here for.
Some of the like Western canon callbacks, like I think like Sonic says, "Let's do it to it," and Vector calls him the fastest thing alive, and one of his race champion dialogues is "up, over, and gone," which I've like "Let's do it to it" is a thing that he has said every now and then. "Up, over, and gone," like I tend to forget that that's the thing that Sonic used to say in the Western canon.
Yeah, this is a game designed around the fan service aspect. It's fine when you put the fan service in a game, or at least
this particular mode.
Yeah. But hey, we put Hatsune Miku and Ichiban in this game. It's fine. This is the fan service game. It has a lot of fan service. We can write it like it's a dumb fan service love fest. I don't need it in a main narrative game, but you can do it in the dumb fan service game.
One thing I love to do is I love like making custom vehicles for some characters. Like Hatsune Miku, she her thing is an extreme gear, so it's like I like making like Miku mobiles for her. I was very disappointed when I realized I didn't have any Miku sticker decals, because that's probably coming in her upcoming festival.
Oh, if only you could increase your friendship with her.
But I will definitely be playing that festival so that I can get decals and make my proper Miku mobile.
If I'm driving, I'm never seeing a decal. Like I made a for one of the videos that you needed me to record. I basically took her, what is it called? The Diva Machina, her hoverboard.
It's the Diva something.
Yeah, it's the Diva Machina, and colored it in Werehog colors and slapped the Werehog pre-release sticker on it and the front, and it's like, yeah, it is neat. I will never see this sticker outside of the menu. Like, I will never see this sticker outside of the menu. I'm gonna be looking at the butt end of this car forever, and that's the only context in which I will experience it.
Well, I'm going to stick my Miku Mobile Miku sticker, Miku decal on the back so I do see it.
I'm gonna stick it on her butt. Isn't that the logical conclusion of our conversation here? Our one-upmanship.
I do want to bring this up again. How there are some weird decals in this. Like, there's Asus.
Yeah.
There's a Samsung 9900. There's like
a sponsorship thing going on.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of PC things in this. And I don't know what a Samsung 9900 is. I assume there might be some kind of phone thing.
Oh, you put it on the fossil car. I think that's where it belongs.
But like I was trying to stick it on the Hatsune Miku car. But a lot of these sponsored stickers will also only go on certain parts of a car. And so it's like you just have to make your car look what's the word?
Why can't I put Beyblades on her butt?
But the what's the word when it's like uneven on both sides?
Asymmetric.
Asymmetrical. Yes, but you have to make the car asymmetrical in order to advertise the Asus computer or whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess I can't do that. Okay, so a Samsung 9900 Pro is an SS. Samsung 990 Pro is an SSD. They have
Perfect.
decals for a SSD in this game.
Well, that's
for people who stand memory cards. There you go.
Well, that's canonically the specific SSD that Dodonpa uses in all of his vehicles. So it's only purely canonical.
You know what? I'm gonna slap this stuff on Rush when I get that. It's
Perfect.
gonna be just covered in computer stuff.
Oh, it's gonna be so good on the Minecraft cart.
I'm gonna cover him in puppies and kitty stickers.
Get every decal and put it on the side of the Minecraft cart like you're driving a freaking NASCAR.
Who the hell is this thing with Sonic and Shadow and Jet? Who the hell are those people? I have no idea.
So have you guys had a chance to take it online yet?
No.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm not a huge online player, so it's not like a huge draw for me. That's why it having so much single player content is as big of a draw as it is.
Well, I will say that the online does work a lot better now than it used to.
It probably has a lot fewer people on it right now.
In fact, there is like reason to believe that like the only timeouts I've had have been from my connection. But like, yeah, like it has been much more stable than it was before.
Keep in mind, right now, the only people who are playing it at this moment are people who bought the digital deluxe version.
That is true. Although I am wondering how, like, the percentage of people who would hold off. Oh, also Switch people can't play, even if they did get the digital deluxe version.
Yep, because
so that actually is probably a sizable part of the player base.
Because early access is a terrible, terrible thing. Do not sell it. Do not sell early access. This is not acceptable.
They shouldn't sell it. But at the same time, I don't care that much.
I didn't pre-order it for the early access. I pre-ordered it for the Werehog and all the other.
I would not have pre-ordered it for the early access either. But like for me, that's just a fun side benefit of everything else I actually want. I remember when they first tried this stuff, and like it was basically just get 3 days early and not much else. And I was like, yeah, okay, nah, I'm good. I think that's when I got my first review copy though, so it might not have mattered.
People are really down on the really down on the no voice acting for guest and promotional characters.
I
That's
get it, at least to
completely
an extent.
understandable.
It's
So,
like when it comes to Sega's characters.
Not the people arguing, but the fact that they don't have voice actors. You can't. I mean, there's so many voice actors they're using for just the Sonic characters alone, and that's a fairly big expense to go on top of that with the rest of that is too much.
Well, I
some of
feel
them
like
certainly make
for
more
the
sense than
Sega
others.
characters,
Yeah.
I feel like for the Sega characters, they could have just grabbed grunts from their games and just stuck them in.
That's what they did for the original what's it called? The original Sonic the early Sumo Digital crossover ones is most of them don't have like original voice clips. They mostly have stuff taken from old game performances.
And so I feel like the fact that Sega doesn't do that is just kind of cheap, even if it is technically for free DLC. But we have people who are like grabbing grabbing Werehog sound files and sticking them in the Werehog as a mod already.
Some characters are going to be more inclined to be able to work with that than others. This is let's say of the things I have seen online of how the file structure is, it looks like you probably could replace certain voice clips with other voice clips, or like audio clips with other audio clips, because a lot of what they did for like the Werehog is they use sound effects from the game, from like the game. Instead of in place of that. And SpongeBob has similar. It's like a bunch of little audio cues and like bubble sound effects and stuff. But the issue you would encounter is I don't see separate ones for SpongeBob and Patrick. So
yes, I guess you'd have to choose.
I suspect you would have to choose or have a Patrick that makes SpongeBob sounds or vice versa if you wanted to do something like that. And I don't see a whole lot for the Sonic Prime characters. So I don't know if they make any extra sound effects or anything that I can locate.
No, they just go.
Yeah, I don't remember them making much in the way of sounds.
Yeah.
Right.
But
which again is unfortunate because I kind of feel like it just like I don't know have
give them
Knuckles
like machine-like grunts basically.
I think that's
have Knuckles voice clips there or something, you know. But
I would say if I have any issues with it, it's the part where the season pass characters don't, if only because I know those are the ones that I am paying for specifically. However, for the rest of the stuff, I guess incongruity I get, but at the same time, even if you like, this game is worth it on its own, even if you just engage with the Sonic characters. Like, there are still so many Sonic characters in this game from the core Sonic series that are voice
23
that have original voice acting, that have engaging interactions, that, like, sure, there's some incongruity here, but boy, there's so much core stuff there to really engage with.
What I find interesting is that even the alternate skins are treated as their own characters. So like Corrupted Sage, she doesn't get the Sage rival interactions, and Supersonic is kind of treated like a skin, even though he does have his own victory animation, his own racing animations, but he has all of Sonic's voice clips, but he does not have any of Sonic's rival exchanges either.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm guessing to a degree, like, it might interfere with the way that they've set those up, or like they just didn't want to deal with it. I don't
maybe
I don't know. It seems like the models between the the rival interactions and the models from the actual in-game stuff are different. I suspect that might be the difference. It might be like just their heads or something, but there are some differences between those models. Because
I
like,
do
they
believe
need...
I read that someone went into the files and discovered that all the skins are technically treated as their own characters in game as well, but it's
Okay.
just they are laid out differently in the roster.
But there's not really many skins in the game, but there's somewhere in there are 4 other colors of egg pawn that I need.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I need them. I need all the colors of egg pawn. I need all the colors of egg pawn.
Like, apparently, like, each character could have up to, like, 10 skins or something.
Wow.
Yeah, like, apparently that's how many slots there are.
I'm wringing my hand at the thought of what modders might be able to do someday. Although I will say, we've gotten reports of people who have been able to mod in the future DLC characters and then go online and then have a bad time. Have a cheat detection time, I believe.
Yeah.
Somebody who
that is not surprising.
modded a voice for Shadow based off a different video game character and added it to the rival stuff, giving him subtitles and whatnot.
My pitch before and my pitch now is voice every guest character, but every guest character is voiced by Keanu Reeves. Every one of them. All of them. The Werehog.
They all sound like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Werehog, Steve, SpongeBob, Mega Man.
I'm curious if either of you have gotten to time trials yet.
I've done 3 time trials to unlock the first album. I found out quickly that unless you're super skilled, it's a good idea to at least level up your gadgets to the top so you could have, the best speed and the best acceleration.
You need all
Otherwise,
your gadget
it's pretty much
for
impossible to get anything other than a B.
Go ahead. You need every advantage you could get in that game. Just get an A rank, let alone an S rank.
I am not a time trials person to begin with. Like, I like the engagement of having other people on the track, and it just doesn't do a lot for me. And the other thing that it doesn't do a lot for me is having that old music. I listen to that old music plenty enough. It's not an appeal to me to replace the soundtracks with from the stuff that's already there. There's some stuff there that they gave us a taste of the soundtrack through their various videos, and it didn't prepare me for the stuff that I actually legitimately really like. Like, the music, the museum music's so good. It's so good.
I was talking about this on the previous main podcast where it's like, there's some really good music in here, like Wander Museum.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like, we got Blizzard Valley, Urban Canyon. Let's see. I know I really like Cyberspace. I really like Kronos Island, North Star, North Star Islands. There are a lot of songs in this I like. Like East Stadium, I'm only like on, but yeah.
East Stadium's the basic stage. Like, it has this music that is most akin to the core aesthetic of the game.
But like, man, whenever the soundtrack goes into jazz, I just love it.
Oh, it has its high points, it has its low points, but I would say every music track that is in there, regardless of how much I do or don't want to listen to it on its own, it fits and makes sense within the race context and feels real good when it's playing on the track.
I love Radical Highway. Like, at points near the end of the final lap, like, the guitar really kind of reminds me of like an old Sega CD infomercial I used to watch back in like 2000s. Where it's like the guitar just keeps escalating and stuff, and I don't know. It's just really just a really fun rocking song.
But yeah,
um,
I like the stuff I know I need to put more time into. I've just been playing like Grand Prix, like Grand Prix and Grand Prix and Grand Prix. I want to play this Grand Prix and I want to play Grand Prix again because I want to fight this rival and see this interaction.
I
But
think you've already unlocked supersonic speed, right?
if I haven't messed with it
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I've mostly been playing on the second speed. I like it's only been 2 days since this thing's been out.
True, true.
So I'm not exactly, I'm putting time into it, but I could probably actually look what is my Steam time right now, cuz I went with Steam. Cuz that's cool. I have put more time than I thought. I put 11.8 hours.
Damn.
I didn't expect
That's more
that.
than me.
But most of it, yeah, Grand Prix. I've done enough of the race park to get to the. I think I defeated the. Are the Chaotix the third?
Let's see. It's the
It's
third
Team
what?
Sonic, Team Rose, and then Team Chaotix for the third set of rivals in the park.
Currently fighting Team Rose in the park.
Huh.
Okay.
I think Team Dark is next.
Oh,
I don't know. I know I got to the third team, but I don't remember. But I think it was
okay.
Team Dark was the third.
Maybe I beat Team Dark and I'm on Team Chaotix right now or something like that.
I can actually just check the video I recorded because I got to the third team on that.
But
um,
yeah, it's neat. Like you can. This game gives you a lot of options. Like this is a.
Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, even if you're playing on a Sonic speed or a higher speed, what should be a higher difficulty race, you can still tone down your rivals to have an easier time if necessary.
Yeah, like I have yet to beat a level 10 rival. Like the entire racetrack just gets way too far ahead of me.
Yeah,
like
you can't. And near as I can tell, there's a point where the rival is literally unbeatable unless you are really effectively using items. Like, I don't. There is a point in which it does feel like they just straight up cheat.
well, it's like everyone is just faster than you, and I don't know why. But like I don't know. I know I managed to be a level 8 rival once in the ONT. I got a video of that up. But that seems to be my wall.
I mean, it's certainly nice to have a Sonic racing game where you can adjust the difficulty. Like it's nice
you can adjust the
having one of those.
difficulty and you can adjust the speed, which I love that. Like in Mario Kart, you can only adjust the speed.
Yeah.
But this one, like if you want a really fast race, you can just pick Supersonic. And if you don't want the CPUs to be too challenging, then you can just like set them to 1 or 2. And hey, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
And like
it does, it doesn't not count them as being beaten by you. It just gives you fewer tickets at the end. It's like, okay, sure, whatever.
But for me, Supersonic Speed was a revelation because it is like so much faster than the rest of the game. And it's like, like if this game isn't fast enough for you, like Supersonic Speed should be enough for you.
Yeah. But like this is a trend with recent Sonic games that they are much more willing to kind of flesh out the options for play. Like, and Frontiers kind of spearheaded this. Like
Frontiers eventually gave you physics options.
Yeah, Frontiers was the first one where it felt like they took the dynamicness of PC seriously and made a legitimate game that you could perform reasonable PC options for, and then made a billion gameplay options on top of that. This game feels like it follows along with that. Like you can tune the camera, you can tune the sensitivity, You can tune the graphics, obviously. You can tune all of the HUD. Like, the only thing that I wasn't able to turn off at times was just the introductory startup thing where you have to rev your engine to get an initial boost. But
Yeah.
everything else, like, you could turn the speedometer off. You can see it so that your item is turned off. You can turn off the map. You can turn off your place. It's like, if you want minimal HUD, you can get minimal HUD. It'll make it harder, but you can do it.
Yeah, yeah, I remember being impressed with those options. Although I didn't really mess around with them too much because I like my HUD, and I'm not trying to record footage for Sega Sonic Radio. So
Like this game feels like it feels like there's so much usability in it. It feels like they have looked at some of the strengths and weaknesses of the kart racer genre and found interesting solutions for them, including previous Sonic kart racers. Like, Team Sonic Racing, I like it more than anyone else here. However, it's worth saying that, yeah, its team mechanics were a little bit half-baked, and the team mechanics in this one are much more interesting. Like, they
Yes,
reward
they are.
you for being around your other teammates and, like, running into them because you get a boost for doing so. They show this line between all of the other cars, so you can know pretty clearly, like, oh, no, that's a teammate. Like, there's a line that goes from me to them, which is useful because
I am so happy that they brought that mechanic back as a mode.
yeah,
Rather than because like that's
Yes.
always where it would have been the most fun was as a mode, and it's like, hey, here it's like, yeah, it's a little less versatile. You know, you can't like send items to your friends and stuff, but like it's still a very fun mode to play in the context of this
multiplayer,
specific kind of
especially.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was having a lot of fun with it while I was playing the Joker Festival.
Yeah. Like, there's reasons why. Like, team-based play makes sense in a multiplayer context. It's just that it suffers in the single-player context, and unfortunately, Team Sonic Racing did not have a particularly robust multiplayer. It had multiplayer, it just did not have a great multiplayer, and I am
I
certain
don't
that,
think I ever touched it.
yeah, like it runs into the issue where, like, that game did not have crossplay, and boy, does crossplay help a multiplayer focused game. Like,
Yep.
it's good for that ecosystem to help it last a little bit longer.
It's
Um,
wild. So how would you rank this as far as the your kart racing games?
Oh boy.
So I mean, compared to like All
Okay,
Stars
so
Racing
I don't like
Transformed.
this quite as much as Transformed
I might be
in
there
terms
with
of
you.
the feel.
Yeah, I
But
might
like for me,
still.
Transformed was just the best kart racer I've ever played.
I think it's very very close though. I gotta say.
It's closer than I thought it was going to get, I will admit, but it's just
Yeah,
still
I
not
like it
quite
more than
there.
Mario Kart World. I'll give you that, which I was not expecting.
I'm not there yet. But
I admit that like Mario Kart World hasn't exactly grabbed me like I was kind of hoping it would.
I
And
Yeah,
it's like I
the
feel
open thing I don't think is that great of an extra thing. I think it's kind of dull.
I I will say this. It's the issue it is an issue of Mario Kart World. I had higher hopes that it could not achieve, whereas this one I had lower expectations that it greatly surpassed. And that's the difficulty that I'm kind of running into comparing those two.
like I feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm liking this game more than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So
if
this
I
is probably my number 2 now.
I'll put it this way. If I'm playing a game single player, this game single player is not even it's not even a competition. This game has substantially better single player. Like, it's not a contest. If I'm playing online with friends, probably still Mario Kart. Like, I think Mario Kart still beats it on that front.
I think I'll give Mario Kart 8 over this. So that's about it.
But yeah, like it's definitely up there at the very least, I think.
Yeah, it's
like,
I think it's way better than
like
Team
I
Sonic.
feel like Mario Kart World, my main issues is I don't find I tried the hub world, I guess wasn't having a lot of fun with its missions or with its exploration, and while I love the idea of like, you know, the parkour driving, I feel like doing that and like using those routes doesn't often actually benefit my racing. So
It depends. It's circumstantial. Like,
Yeah.
I get the impression that I like the open world more than both of you, and that I've probably spent more time in it than both of you combined. But
yeah, probably.
I played a decent amount of it because it was my first, Switch 2 game, but still.
Sure.
Yeah.
But no, like this game, I would say, regardless of how I feel about Mario Kart, if you are disappointed about the aimlessness of Mario Kart World, then I think that I would recommend giving this game a shot, since this game is much more focused. Like it's not. Yeah, it is what it is. It's like, hey,
it's much more racing focused,
yeah,
racing central.
You get into the thing that you want to do, and you do it, and it takes you into it, and then you do the race, and then you get out of it, and there's not a lot of faffing about. If you want to faff about, which I often want to dick around in an open world and explore and find weird stuff, then that's where Mario Kart World is getting to me. I wish it just had more of that.
When I want to faff about, I just play a platformer.
I can do both. I can do both. I can do one, and then I can do the other. I am that skilled.
Like, or Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Kingdom, something like that.
But yeah, really, this game, really solid. I was impressed. I was very impressed.
The highest praise you've given a Sonic game since Team Sonic Racing.
Look, I like
both racing games.
Look, there's some real good Sonic Racing games, and yeah, I still really like Team Sonic Racing. I went back to it. I played every stage in the non-team mode to get some footage, and my takeaway from it, especially after having played all 3 Riders games before that, was, you know what game's real good? Team Sonic Racing. It feels so good to race in that game.
Well, yeah, especially like that is the one thing it does still have, is that it does have transforms hand controls and handling.
I hate the way everything in every Riders game feels. It feels like turning in a Riders game is laborious.
Oh. I was having fun with it in Zero Gravity, but I don't know.
Like, you should have played the Connect one. Oh my god, you couldn't turn left.
I did.
Until you, unless you really arched your back and stuck your arms out.
Shakes, I did. This week, I had played all 3 Riders games. Like, I played the controller mod for Free Riders. I found it to be the most miserable driving experience. You know what's a bad idea? What if you limit your player's ability to steer based on what direction they're facing? I was playing as Tails. Tails only can turn one way effectively unless you turn him around, and he turns the opposite way of how he's facing. Is like, what sadist designed this? This is a nightmare.
The only thing good about that game is the soundtrack. I do like the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is very good.
If they ever bring back Sonic Riders proper, they really need to just completely overhaul the control.
I don't want Sonic Riders back. I would gladly take another Sonic Racing that just has the boards. Like, I don't need an all board game. Like, just make a good racing game and maybe put boards in it.
Yeah, this game is the best the Extreme Gear has ever controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So There are some hardcore Sonic Riders fans that get really annoyed at that, I think. That's true.
Look. You can like the difficulty of Sonic Riders, but I'm just gonna tell you, the stuff I like in a racing game is steering, and I like to be rewarded for steering really well. I don't like to be rewarded for, well, did you hit the jump at the apex of it? Like, did you hit the jump at the last minute? Because you're gonna lose unless you hit every jump at the very last moment. It's like, that's
Are
not
you
what I'm here.
depicting Sonic Riders fans as nerds?
Yes. I don't know what I think of them as. Sadists?
Sadist nerds.
The things that game rewards you for as a racing game feel so dramatically in contrast to what I actually like out of a racing game. Like, yeah, you can have kind of a fun time with it. It's just that the places where it differentiates being able to win and lose are so specific and are so not necessarily tied to the act of, steering your vehicle left and right or hitting a drift properly, that it just frustrates me. Like, the fact that a big part of that game is spinning your stick around so that you can recharge while you don't do anything except let the game commence with a cutscene is infuriating to me.
I think my favorite rival exchanges are the ones where Amy confuses Silver with Sonic and Shadow, and then where Storm confuses all of the Hedgehog characters with Sonic, including Metal Sonic, who he says, Sonic, are you dressed like a car now? Are you trying to go faster?
So in other words, we know which one the racist one is, and it's the white one. It's the white character who's the most racist.
The gray character. And also, he thinks Silver is trying... He thinks Silver is trying to...
gray.
He thinks Silver is trying to steal his look. Because they look so similar.
Boy.
Storm's great.
all I'm saying is that Storm was at January 6th. Obviously.
Yeah, I could believe that. So, are we done? Do we want to have final thoughts or what?
Yeah, it's good. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna hey, this game will go on sale, but for my $90, you know what? Like, they earned it. I can't say that about a lot of games. I'm not sure I could even say that about Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong's fantastic, but this game feels like it put so much effort into it, so much everything.
Yeah, I
love DK, but that DLC was not worth $20.
Oh no, I knew not to buy the DLC.
I love DK, and I have not been able to bring myself to spend that money. I really want to, but I also don't want to.
No, I get it. Like,
it's poking at my Donkey Kong nostalgia, man.
I'm not.
Yeah, but it's literally just an island, and then you have the rogue gameplay where Donkey Kong
I technically do like that kind of gameplay.
That Void gives him, he decides to work for Void.
Look. There is going to be a kind of person that it works on and a kind of person that it doesn't. I know myself well enough that it's not going to work for me, but I've definitely encountered people for whom that DLC is like, yeah, I really like doing those runs. I really like having the progression, the sort of roguelike run-based aspect to it. I'm
probably going to really enjoy that stuff, but at the moment, I'm just so occupied that I do kind of feel like I can at least try to wait for a sale.
Well, I mean, it's almost like a bunch of games and events came out all at once.
Yes, Sega.
Like it's the Christmas season.
I mean, no, okay. So,
hey, if you're patient, you could probably get this game for half off in November. Let's be honest.
Well, CrossWorlds, yes. Donkey Kong, absolutely not.
But no, not Donkey Kong,
maybe 10%.
But hey, I'm gonna have to put Sonic Racing CrossWorlds aside tomorrow because frickin' Pac-Man comes out.
Oh yeah. Is there any kind of pre-order bonus for that?
I don't
Is
remember
that
if there is or
tomorrow or
not.
is that Friday?
That is Friday.
Oh, it's.
It comes out the 26th.
I thought it was this. I thought it was tomorrow.
Well, I know it comes out the day after CrossWorlds, and the CrossWorlds comes out tomorrow.
No, coming soon, September 25th, tomorrow.
What? Really? It was
Yeah.
20. It was 26.
Well,
I saw the freaking date.
Well, maybe.
God damn it.
I mean, that's what Steam's telling me. Steam's telling me coming September 25th. So.
Okay, I'm googling it real quick.
Pre-purchase offer is that you can get the ghost costumes and the ghost figurines. So if you want to dress Pac-Man up like one of the ghosts with a ghost hat,
All right,
like that's
all right.
what you get out of it. So
On the official website, it says September 26th.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a time zone thing. Maybe it's out
Maybe.
on Steam.
Yeah,
because
I'm seeing the 26th too.
But like I said, I'm just going by Steam. So
In any case, only ghost costumes. I'm not sure that's really. I don't know.
okay,
I guess I can just give them $30.
I can peg it down to an hour for you. It says this game unlocks in 19 hours. So it technically is tomorrow for Steam, but it's not like at midnight tonight or something.
Man. So PC fans had to wait until noon for CrossWorlds, but they're getting Pac-Man like on the night before.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a
Well,
time
I'm getting
zone
a
thing, and
physical
they're
copy of Pac-Man, so I gotta wait
That's
on
what
that.
y'all get for data mining everything.
we can be trusted with data mining we can all be trusted with data mining Pac-Man.
But anyway, so we should probably move on to news, specifically mobile news. So I don't think we're going to be spending too long on most of these. The first one is Sonic Dream Team is getting another update with new costumes and the spin dash being added
And a lot of eyeshadow. Just a lot of eyeshadow.
Yes. So like I know we're getting like the rocker Rouge, the Rouge who's a rock star. We're getting that costume, and we're getting I think Idol Amy. If I'm placing that, yeah, that's Idol Amy. I am personally really interested in whatever that spin dash is, but unfortunately I have not had a chance to check it out because I have been busy with CrossWorlds coverage for the past 2 weeks.
You don't say. I hadn't noticed.
So, like, when we get next episode, I'll be able to talk more about the spin dash. But yeah, this stuff it's still getting updates. This stuff is out apparently. So moving on to what will probably be our main discussion topic for mobile stuff.
That's a terrifying statement to make.
We just had our main discussion topic.
That thing you just said terrifies me.
Sonic is the Sonic PUBG collaboration is basically all but announced. So we have gotten a bunch of assets from the collaboration itself, and we got a CG trailer.
Is this the part where I play the CG trailer?
Yes, and doesn't have any audio, so it's okay for it to be silent. But Shigs, have you seen the CG trailer?
You mean the one where Sonic is fighting the skibbity toilet?
Yes. Let's go.
Oh Lord!
Play it.
Yeah, like this,
things.
Like, hey, this is the end. This is the logical end point of two things. Number one, the absolute pop culture slurry that service games have become, which is why I'm not particularly offended by SpongeBob, because that's just how these games are anymore. And two, Sonic becoming a bigger, more noteworthy brand. Like, this is what a successful Sonic looks like. A successful Sonic looks like Sonic fighting Skibbity Toilet in a shooter game.
Yes. We have Sonic versus fighting Skibbity Toilet with Kaiju number 8.
And I think like Kefka or something?
I could not tell who that lady was.
Now, it's been forever since I've played or even tried PUBG, but I think what this is they have assistant characters for the characters
Yes.
they're using.
So in this game, so there's a lot of Sonic skins. So like your characters can dress up in Sonic and Tails themed clothing. There's a Sonic car, a Sonic boat, and also Sonic and Super Sonic both exist as companion characters.
And I
So
also believe this is specifically for the mobile version of the game, not the...
yes,
Yeah.
I don't know much about PUBG, but this is PUBG Mobile, so I'm assuming this is for that version of the game, and this won't be appearing in the PC stuff or console stuff.
But also,
But
it's probably the bigger version of the game.
yeah, like at this point, I'm sure that PUBG Mobile is by far the most played version of PUBG. Especially since, as near as I can tell, like it has largely like lost its live service crown to Fortnite.
Oh, it did.
Long
It
time
did.
ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
At this point, Fortnite wants to be the new Roblox. Like that's the level we're operating in.
But man, it's like this was such a random collaboration when it was announced, and I forget if we even covered this on the previous episode. I know that like there were some rumblings of a PUBG collaboration as early as like early August. Like some Sonic icons got leaked, but like I don't know much about PUBG, and I couldn't find the source. It's like I got other things to do. But like this now, like between this and the other collaborations that have been revealed, like Sonic really is in the big leagues now, and it didn't even happen when I thought it would. Like I figured, you know what? You know when they're going to do these collaborations, they're going to do them when the next big movie comes out, because the movies always get lots of collaborations with them.
So it's funny. All of the collaborations involve cars. Did you notice that?
Yeah, so the PUBG, like I said, there's a car skin, and another major collaboration that got announced was Fortnite, and like the major Sonic, the major Sonic cosmetics for that is the Sonic car stuff.
And I think it's partially to the Rocket League, because there is a connection with Fortnite and Rocket League.
Yeah, I am
Rocket
aware.
Racing in Fortnite, so I think there's a
bit
of a connection there.
Epic bought the Rocket League developer and have...
Yeah, I had to research that for my Rocket League articles. Like back in 2020, I think is when they bought them.
Yeah, I think they bought them before they bought what's the ultimate knockout game?
Ultimate Knockout?
The one that we compare Sonic Rumble to.
That's Fall Guys.
Fall Guys, yeah. Like I think that they bought Rocket League even before they bought the Fall Guys dev. And then they proceeded to kind of put a little bit of all of that into Fortnite. And then they bought Harmonix, which they also then put into Fortnite.
So, man, Fortnite's just kind of eating everything right now, huh?
And then they bought Bandcamp with the intent of being like, oh, you could put this into Fortnite, and then they couldn't figure out a real meaningful way to make it work in Fortnite, and then they sold it.
So, to briefly break away from this, so we also do have some another Sonic Racing collaboration, which Sonic Racing update. My brain's in a...
I will say that, there's other stuff in the Fortnite besides the car with Sonic and Super Sonic and Knuckles decals. You could also purchase a what is it? The
Jaguar
wheels. and Sonic and Shadow Puma shoes.
Puma shoes. But yeah, so Sonic Racing is getting Extreme Gear Sonic, so that'll be our second Extreme Gear character in the game. It's gonna be another community collaboration type thing. As near as I can tell, Extreme Gear Shadow didn't actually get unlocked. Like I think that community challenge failed.
Jeez. I'm not surprised. That game's old at this point, and it's having to compete with like one that they're putting a massive amount of marketing effort into. I'm not terribly surprised.
Like I have to imagine that they're giving this game a new push because CrossWorld exists, and it's like, hey, like
almost certainly.
here's our Sonic Racing game on the Apple iOS, and we're
Like,
giving it some cheap updates.
like keep in mind that this is the branding. Like this is the core in much in the same way that Sonic Forces was the initial branding for the mobile game of formerly similar name. Sonic Racing was
It's from Team
initially,
Sonic Racing.
yeah, it was an an
Yeah.
adaptation of that game, and it has just lived long enough to be an adaptation of the next Sonic Racing title
Yes,
under the
that's
Sonic
so funny.
Racing brand name.
Like Team Sonic Racing came and went, but then the Apple Arcade version, it came and then it just stuck around and through to when the sequel came out.
And is only now getting updates again after like how many years of like, well, the
Like
only major update.
it started getting updates again, like I think last year,
Yeah.
and I'm guessing that was because a CrossWorlds was coming and they knew it was coming. So like let's renew some interest in the other Sonic Racer.
It's the
But
kind it's the kind of thing where I wonder if it's like, well, we're going to do these anyway because it's good to promote our other major racing game, or did Apple throw them a little bit more cash? That's the kind of thing I'm
I've got
curious
to
about.
imagine that Apple is just it's at least partially Apple because like they're also updating Dream Team. Let's remember, like they
Yeah,
haven't stopped updating Dream Team, and so like Apple has to be giving them money or something for that.
I imagine there's some sort of renewal process that they've got. Like, hey, we would like to renew you, but can what more content can you give for us? That's what I would imagine you would have
Yeah.
as a thing. Is like, hey, you're a much more appealing renewal for us if we know that you will get a continuous content stream.
So going back to collabs. So GX. So Shigs, you actually dived into the Sonic Fortnite collaboration, yeah? Like you were looking
Yeah,
at the
I did purchase the skin that,
Oh, you
and
purchased it. Okay.
yeah, it's a Porsche. I forget the name of it right now because I just went away from it now. Right when you're deciding to talk, and it's got 3 skins: Sonic, Supersonic, and Knuckles. Um, like I said, also you could purchase Spin Dash wheels, but that's for some reason separately. Even though this is a 2,800 V-Buck car, which is freaking $24,
Well,
which is insane. And that's even more expensive than the Batmobile that's also available in this. And people are thinking, oh, well, this will lead to Sonic or other characters being in Fortnite skins, right? Wrong, because there is a specific thing with Fortnite, and that is because of hitboxes, they have to be a particular
now
size and shape.
I do have a question.
And
Like, um,
so Jim Carrey's Robotnik could possibly be in it, but I doubt
yeah,
it'll ever happen.
that was my prediction back when I thought we'd get
This
a
is why you
Fortnite
have
collaboration.
this is why you have a muscular Peter Griffin.
Now
Oh,
I do have a
Because
question.
do we get
The
muscular Jim Carrey? That's the question.
well, he
I,
doesn't. You don't have to because he's already skinny enough.
I know Fortnite has a Lego section. Does the Lego DLC have to tie into like the regular skins?
Pretty
Or can it
much.
be its
Like if
own
you get a
thing?
Lego minifig, there's always a character model to go with it.
But
Okay, so like they couldn't just release Sonic in Lego form then.
No.
All right.
well, I mean, you don't play as Sonic in this, right? Like, there's no way to actually play as a
No.
Sonic.
You
No.
only play as a racing car that has Sonic decals,
Yeah.
whatchamacallit last time.
Oh,
As
okay.
Paul Legends.
You're saying like they couldn't just release Sonic within the confines of the Lego content and say, well,
No.
you can't take him into Battle Royale. You could only use him in Lego. Like it would have to be both.
Yeah, if you wanted Sonic in Fortnite, he would be on a backpack, basically.
Gotcha. You could be the bus
uh,
driver.
uh, you know what? That could probably work. Just have Sonic as a backpack. um, okay, and how much are the Puma shoes?
The Puma shoes are 1,000 V-bucks each, which is ridiculous. It's
Eh,
400 for the spin dash wheels and 1,000
So
V-bucks, which is about $9 for just to have shoes on your character.
This is why I don't play these games. That is no fun.
Well, this is the first car I've ever purchased in this game,
I'm
and I have no intention of buying the shoes.
I'm just shocked that it took them this long. Like that's my takeaway is like, wow, they really held out. Like they Sonic was not apparently high enough up on the list to
That or Sega was playing hard to get. Who knows?
no, Sega no. We've seen too
Maybe
many
they
of these
played
other
hard to get with Epic specifically.
I don't think so. I think Sega would be more than happy to. Like they almost got Samus. Like they were in those talks to
Yeah.
get Samus, and Nintendo wanted it to be exclusive. That's why anyone who was hoping for console exclusive characters in CrossWorlds, like you're definitely not getting them
That's not happening.
Nope.
because this game is cross-platform now, and
Like they would
no one's
basically
going to
just
want to
have
do
to
that.
make them exclusive to the single player offline modes for that to be a thing, which technically that's what Supersonic is. Like he only works in GP.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I didn't know that.
yeah, Supersonic's broken from what I've heard.
Yes, he very much is. Um okay. So anything else you got to say on Fortnite, Sheds?
That's about it.
All right, so moving on to the other epic collaboration, which we mentioned a bit earlier, is Rocket League is also getting a Sonic collaboration, which was announced in the mix of the CrossWorlds stuff as part of season 20.
I thought that was already going on, to be honest.
I think it might be. I don't know. Like I don't play these games. um, so
I don't
like I
play
know
Rocket
that
League
for
either.
that we had a classic Sonic skin that had a signpost on top of it that would like spin, and like different characters would appear on it, like Sonic, Eggman, Tails, and Knuckles.
I
Um,
like the damage effect. I don't know if you've seen that, but there's
where you lose rings.
that yeah, it's just a spray of 16-bit rings.
Yeah, I saw that was in the trailer. I thought that looked cool. I thought it was actually may have been a trailer effect, so I'm glad it's actually in the game. We also have, like in Fortnite, the Sonic, Knuckles, and the Supersonic sticker paint jobs. But we've also got this spin dash thing. I don't know if that's a wheel.
Yeah, it's
But I
weird.
know there's like a game mode where there's
Huh.
like giant Sonic ball bouncing around and hitting cars and making rings come out.
Yeah,
And it has
it's
like an exclusive game mode to this event.
it's cool. Although I'm also unfortunately not a Rocket League player, so
I was
Nope, me
briefly a
neither.
Rocket League player back in the day before Epic bought them. So I don't know if like the game is going to be too live servicey for me now.
they like it did
But
not start as especially live servicey, but boy did it go live servicey.
But like
Yeah.
I was having fun with it back
Yeah, you
on my
purchased,
Switch
you
back in
paid
the
it
day.
$20 for it, and that was it.
But yeah, I mean, cool. It's nightmarish that all of this is happening at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
weird.
I don't know what Sega was thinking. Like they just don't care about
The Rocket League and Fortnite together kind of makes sense because it's
I mean,
um,
there
But
is
then
there is
so
the
they're the same.
there is the argument to be made of, oh, all of these promotions are for things that are cars.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
like I guess this is all just a big push
Oh,
for
except for PUBG,
CrossWorlds.
right?
No,
no,
PUBG also has a car.
PUBG
GX
has
mentioned
cars.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
car skins. So
There's a buggy for there's a skin for the PUBG buggy
it's the topic that
specifically.
I have on screen right now. Sonic is only about cars now. Every time he is in a game, it is because there are cars. We need to put cars in Dream Team. I think that's the logical conclusion.
I mean, you know what? They got cars in Sonic Speed Simulator. They call them mounts, so they could probably put mounts in Dream Team. I don't know. um. All right. So, is that all we have to say on this?
I think so. Like
I think so.
I
Yeah.
don't think any of us are gonna play it, but it looks neat and interesting, and
I might give it a look. I don't know, but
you're
because
gonna
like I
dive
said, I
back into
used to play
Rocket
it back
League.
in the day.
Okay.
I might. I don't know. Like
Hey,
if
in
I
our
have the
Sonic
time.
CrossWorlds news, did we mention the IDW comic coming out,
Well, we did.
or is
Oh,
that old news?
oh no. Okay. So we'll address that briefly after this, but we did not address the additions to the IDW comic. No. Um.
The
So yeah.
additions?
So well, okay. So we got a solicitation with the story and cover stuff, and revealed a little bit about the comic, and we kind of have some hints at future Sega DLC. We'll get into it briefly. Um, but anyway, so we have the results for the live and for Johnny Gioeli's lawsuits against Sega over the rights for Live and Learn, and
We kind of do. Uh
well, according to Gioeli, we don't. According to the court, it seems like we do. Um, at least as near as I can tell from everything that's been reported from the court documents. But yeah, it seems to have been determined that he doesn't own anything, and his lawsuit was dismissed with prejudice, which means that it cannot be brought
so
up again.
so to roll this back a little bit. The reason why this was why this was ever in question was his argument as he presented it was whenever Live and Learn, that specific recording of Live and Learn was produced. Gioeli performed a lot of things that were outside the scope of his contract, including stuff like collaborating on the composition, doing recordings, just doing a lot of extra stuff that the scope of his contract did not necessarily cover, and his argument was that entitles him to some amount of rights to ownership or like use control of the song. Courts seem to disagree, and he is presenting the outcome as if it was determined by a timing issue, and thus he could not continue to pursue the case due to that timing, but it does not necessarily resolve the full ownership of the song. And
But that doesn't really make any sense to me
it
because all
does
of his copyrights were canceled.
it does not make a lot of sense to me either. That is what he is presenting. I don't know if we should necessarily take that at face value, but it is worth mentioning that he has indicated that Sega told Epic to request permission from him to use Live
Yeah.
and Learn. Obviously, we're only taking his word from him, so I don't know, skepticism or not, approach that as you would like, but it's a strange scenario. But generally speaking, I don't think this impacts the ability for Sega to continue to use Live and Learn in their own personal projects, or commercial projects, I should
Yeah,
say.
like as near as I can tell, like they canceled all of Jolie's copyrights. They dismissed it with prejudice, and like from what I can gather, like they said, basically he waited too long to dispute the case, and so like
Yeah.
he just can't dispute for ownership anymore. And I don't see how this would result in anything other than Sega just owning the song outright now, like we thought they did
Yeah.
before.
None of us are lawyers, so obviously we don't want to
Yeah.
speak within that regard, but that's, rough interpretation. It wouldn't make a lot of sense otherwise to
Now,
us.
maybe he's talking like this specifically because there could be some other legal avenue for him to pursue. Like that, maybe? I don't know. Like this can't. It kind of feels like lawyer talk to me. Um, but yeah, as far as we can tell, he does. Sega owns the song now. Although I do wonder how this will affect their future usage of it.
So,
Well,
okay.
if they hold the copyrights, I don't think there's anything much
Yeah.
else to say.
I so I don't think they used it they used it in Frontiers. Like, I think it was one of the unlockable songs in Frontiers.
Yeah.
Uh I think it's one of the promotional songs in Shadow Generations.
I do not remember that, unfortunately.
It might have been there were a lot of just like, hey, here's a selection of songs you get from the digital deluxe version. Is it songs from the No, it's not the game soundtrack. It's just a bunch of Shadow related songs from old games. It's like, well, this does me no good. Why do I want this? It's the digital deluxe version. No, but I don't think it's in CrossWorlds. CrossWorlds has a bunch of old music.
Um,
Surprisingly not, I don't think.
I have not unlocked all the soundtracks, nor have I looked them up. I can probably look them up super quick. Let's see, Sonic. But I do know that there is at least
Uh,
some Sonic Adventure 1 music.
oh yeah, for sure. There this isn't an issue of like all of the Crush 40 song music is of a problem now. No, it's he brought it up in regard to the specific terms around Live and
Okay,
Learn.
so the Adventure 2 songs are Escape from the City, That's the Way I Like It, Metal Harbor, Won't Stop Just Go, Green Forest, Vengeance is Mine, and Throw It All Away.
Okay, that's pretty well in alignment with all of the things that I have found as well. So,
Oh, and we also have It Doesn't Matter, so we are still getting Crush 40
well,
stuff.
that's Sonic Adventure 1, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. I'm just. Oh wait, did they not do the Sonic Adventure 1 version?
I don't know if they were Crush 40 at that point.
Huh. Let's see, and
Right.
it's also not in Shadow Generations. So yeah, I don't
Okay.
think Live and Learn is in here.
Okay. But yeah, like so the last time it appeared would have been in Frontiers, and even then, like, I'm only guessing that it was in Frontiers. I would be
Was it
surprised.
Sonic Generations?
Hmm?
Wasn't it also in Sonic Generations?
Oh, it was in Sonic. I don't.
Yeah.
The melody was. I don't know if the actual vocalizations of it were. Although I guess in this case that might not matter based on what he's claiming partial ownership of.
Yeah.
But yeah. It I don't, personally speaking, and we discussed this whenever the case first came up. I don't think this hurts his ability to work with Sega. personally
Yeah.
speaking.
No, I think he'll still probably do performances at Sonic concerts and stuff.
Yeah, I both think that, but then I also think like he hasn't been that involved with Sega in a while anyway. Most of the Crush 40 songs that they use aren't new recordings. It's usually reusing old recordings with him.
Wasn't Team Sonic Racing the last time he did a collaboration
Sure
with him?
was.
I think so, and that was like almost like a big return for him too, as I recall.
Yeah, and even
Well,
then,
that's been ages ago.
yeah, like
And then a
that's
couple years later, they did the 30th anniversary symphony.
exactly, and he phoned in the vocals for that.
Hey,
I don't mean that.
shut up.
No. I don't mean that disparagingly. I mean that literally. He literally,
Oh,
he
okay.
literally,
Yeah, I remember that now.
he literally phoned in the vocals.
So I was gonna tell you, those are the best versions of those songs. You shut up.
No, I am not. Look, I have said my piece on Crush 40 before, but of the version, I am not going to complain about the quality of those performances.
So yeah. So I don't know. I do know that we probably won't learn the details of this stuff ever, but it sounds like there's also just no details to learn because unlike other times, it's not like there was some kind of settlement out of court or something.
Yes, this
It
doesn't
was
feel
just dismissed with prejudice.
like this doesn't feel like a this wasn't a case that needed a lot of discovery. Like he had a contract, he believed that the terms of his contract were this, Sega believed that the terms of this contract indicated this, and the end result was like, nah dog, you waited
The
too
judge
long
decided, no,
to
it's
say
this.
something, so no, we're not gonna mess with this.
So, I want to move on to one final surprise topic that Shigs reminded me of. And that was, so we did get a solicitation for the IDW Sonic Racing CrossWorlds comic
Comic
coming
book.
out in
Tie-in
December.
comic.
Yeah. And let's see. I do need a second to bring it up. Let's see. IDW. IDW Sonic. Okay. All right. But I
I
do
can
know
thank my
that
brother actually for tapping me on the shoulder and kind of quietly, hey, have they covered this? I'm like, oh yeah, no, they haven't.
thank you, Jason's brother. I do appreciate that. But the basic crux of it is that well, this Twitter search is not helpful anymore. I swear to God.
No, it's not. Twitter in no way is a useful product.
But anyway, God damn it! Just bring up my freaking page. Swear. Okay. But anyway, so I do know that the central premise of the song of the comic is that Tangle is also there. Tangle is there, and she is working with, and she is like helping Tails on some sort of racing thing. And this would seem to line up with the potential idea that she and Whisper will be two characters that are going to be in the game in the December update. Okay, here we go. Okay, so drift into the many worlds of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds in this crossover with Sega's newest game. When the eccentric noble Dodonpa needs help testing out his travel rings, Sonic and his friends are the first to try their luck racing across dimensions. With a bang, the competitors are off in the scramble for first place. But when unknown glitches get into this high-speed race, Tails and Tangle get separated in an all-new world. Now the pair are forced to drive their way out, while their friends must overcome the competition to help them. So Tangle has been confirmed to be in this in this Sonic Racing CrossWorlds tie-in comic, which, as we know, this stuff is canon to the games now. She's on the cover and everything. So it's written by Yasmin Atta, art by Ryan Jampol. And so one reason why I think this is kind of interesting is that data miners seem to uncover that we will be getting 2 characters in December without cars. And we know that we have 2 vehicles in the game with Whisper and Tangle color schemes. And so the idea would seem to be that they are going to be having like a festival for these 2 characters in December that will tie into the comic book and give IDW its first big push in the games and ever.
I mean, it like let's also appreciate that like this is probably one of the places where it makes sense for them to, because this is not a particularly narrative focused game. So
no,
it allows for them to include that stuff without a whole lot of context or baggage of having a
why is
series.
this hamburger car in here?
Oh, that's what I want out of the comic. I want them to get stuck into all the other worlds. They somehow find themselves in Minecraft and then the Ninja Turtles world, and then somehow no. Then they don't go to Hawaii, but they go to like a dragon Hawaii. Oh.
And then they crash Tom's wedding? No, Tom's sister-in-law's wedding, I mean.
Sure, why not?
But I do kind of wonder if like I don't know if this new world might, I don't know, be a track or something in the game, but that's probably hoping for too much.
It's going to be really weird. It's like called North Star Islands and nobody talks there. It's strange.
Shigs, got any thoughts?
Not too much. I mean, it's a comic book based off a racing game. We've had these before, and the plots are always just minimal.
Yeah.
This does feel like it's going to be a little more plot-driven than the others. Like, I remember how much GX hated the previous 2 we got.
Well, yeah,
For me, it was all, it's like, Vice is in an Archie comic, oh my god!
Well, no, here's the thing. I loved the other time that Vice was in an Archie comic.
That's the Sonic Mega Man thing, yeah.
But nobody else does, because I'm looking at that, and I don't like it because, like, oh, I put a bunch of characters. No, I like it because this is stupid as hell. I love how stupid this whole thing is.
I mean, I don't hate Worlds
Unite.
Worlds Unite. I guess think it's inferior to it's inferior to Collide and succumbs to a lot of the issues that crossovers tend to.
Oh yeah, it absolutely does, but I also think that it doesn't take itself as seriously, and I appreciate that. It feels like it knows how stupid it is and leads into the skid.
but anyway, so yeah. Fingers crossed that we are gonna be getting IDW in the game finally, and like if I could just make a wish upon a star, like maybe those characters are like voice and they add new rival exchanges, but I'm not expecting that.
I would not expect that.
Anyway.
That would be cool, because I would dramatically love to know who Sega would cast for their voice actors or voice actresses specifically.
Yeah, I would really love for them to get voices at some point. That'd be cool. But I don't know. Hopefully for Frontiers 2, they'll finally get featured in like a proper story game. But so anyway, by the way, one more thing. Sonic Rumble is getting cars.
Seriously? Are you
Yes.
pulling my leg?
No, it's actually getting cars.
Jesus Christ!
Like,
every mobile Sonic game with Sonic has to have cars.
Remember when people complained that Sonic was in a car? Remember those days when when the internet was just baffled by the idea of Sonic being in a car, and now everything is cars.
In a car.
Well, like this is the what's the word? This is like the
year of racing around the world or something.
Yeah. But yeah, like I think it's supposed to be like a power up or something.
Weird.
Oh, like you know the extreme gear. So
Yeah.
it's like an item.
Wait, the extreme gear is an item in Rumble now?
No, well, yeah, it's always been an item. It's how you catch. It's how you catch up
Oh,
in the race
in
when you get
Rumble?
too far behind.
In Ru-
Yeah.
I I've never experienced that. Although you have played much more of it than I have.
Well, just like let everyone get way ahead of you and then get an item box, and you'll get an extreme gear, and you'll just get sent flying
Okay.
forward.
It is the off brand, or it is the on brand monster truck. Cool.
But anyway, I think that's everything. So thank you everyone for joining us. And
Celebrate the release of Pac-Man. Also, hey, our opinions are our own. I promise you that our opinions are our own, especially mine. My opinion is very much my own. But the show broadly is under the banner of Sonic Stadium over at sonicstadium.org, one of the internet's longest running Sonic fan communities. You can catch so much Sonic Racing CrossWorlds coverage. You can catch coverage of all of these crazy mobile game editions. You can catch coverage of comics and movie stuff and animation and everything going on in and around Sonic. And more significantly, you can catch coverage, hopefully soon, of the big fan events, things like Sage or Sonic Hacking Contest, which all decided to happen at the same time.
yes.
At the same time.
So yeah, Sage is happening right now. I don't know how we're going to cover that at the moment. I'd like to. I'd like to give that some attention.
You will be happy to find out that there aren't a whole lot of Sonic fan games.
Really?
A lot of it is original projects, which excites me personally. But at the same time, I look at it and think, like, there's probably not a lot here for me to cover, per se.
Well, I know there's Sonic Daybreak.
Yeah.
Looked interesting.
Sonic Daybreak seems like a big one. The Sonic Rush rerun seems like something big that Dread would very much like us to cover.
Yeah.
And there's a smattering of everything. There's a Sonic Unleashed visual novel there. And there's a Sonic RPG system, which I believe was in the prior Sage, but has returned with, I'm assuming, more content update.
But I don't know. We'll have to discuss how exactly we're going to handle that in Sonic Hacking Contest and how we'll work that into Sonic Talk going forward. But in the meantime,
yeah, I recommend finding a corner and sitting in it in a huddle and just quietly crying. That's my suggestion.
And like early next month, we got a Hatsune Miku festival, and later next month we should also have a Minecraft festival. So that's going to be interesting. But at least we already have Hatsune Miku herself. Well, by the way, Sonic Rumble also has characters and cars as stickers. You know, those things that you say in chat in those chat things.
Can I get a sticker of Jack Black?
No, but you can get a sticker of Metal Sonic in a car.
Okay, well, that's all right too.
In any case, you can catch all of my Sonic CrossWorlds coverage on our YouTube, where I spent about 2 weeks collecting footage of that game, including every single rival interaction.
Sure is.
I just uploaded the last one today. It was Storm. And they have been doing very well for us, which makes me very happy. But yeah, you can like catch everything about the game on our YouTube. Like if you want to see it in action on PS5 in 4K. And Shigs, you got anything?
Not for now. Of course, help with co-hosting on Sonic Talk, and I Hope to have some more material soon. I mean, I'm really behind on doing anything on
Well,
Sonic
you
Stadium.
are our Fortnite guy, and there's literally a Sonic Fortnite thing happening. So
Yeah, so I think I'll do a write-up tomorrow as early in the morning and get that out.
We will not demand that you buy everything, but
yes, we don't.
but
But
it
I'm
would
the
be
one with the
helpful.
most experience with Fortnite, so
Yeah.
there you go.
I just find it funny that like the Shadow Puma shoes were in the game before they came out in real life.
We
That's
certainly
funny to
don't
me.
keep you around for your jokes.
Now, speaking of, you know what's worse than Puma shoes?
A living puma on your feet.
Puma
Bobcat
pants.
shoes?
Puma pants.
Oh my
Okay.
god, shit.
Show's over. Goodbye.
Bye.